It's smart. The priority on pound is so good.
Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and 3DS, otherwise known as Smash 4. Some people's favorite Smash game, other people's least favorite Smash game. Well, I hope the 3DS isn't your favorite way to play the game, because, wow. The definitive way to play the game being the console version on Nintendo's worst performing system, the Nintendo Wii U. And I know what you're thinking. We've all heard it before. The Bayonetta DLC killed Smash 4, so as soon as everyone had the chance to move to Smash Ultimate, they did. And obviously, they had to avoid this.
Which time Mr. E has gotten which time, he's going to have to stop doing that. It's not paid off for him at all, and there it is, that stock is gone.
But there really is more that meets the eye when it comes to this game, and why it's not even played to this day, compared to other games in the franchise especially. There's rarely any tournaments run for Smash 4 anymore. Why is a game like Melee played, but not Smash 4? To really talk about Smash 4, you have to talk about the game that preceded it, being Super Smash Bros. Brawl. It's known for being a really fun game casually, but as far as trying to play the game in any competitive environment whatsoever, it's like going to a street race with a lawnmower. The game was made significantly slower than Melee, which is a game that is still played to this day because of its iconic fast pace and hand-destroying gameplay.
What's wrong with you?
It hurts to play.
But it was the gameplay and the rush development that really pushed Sakurai into making the best game that he possibly could at the time. That made Melee into the giant that it really is today. And I mean, what fighting game is still played even 20 years after its original release? When playing Brawl, it is quite obvious that there is a difference between both games. In Melee, characters move as if they have weighted vests on, but in Brawl, it seems like every single character has a spacesuit on and they're moving in slow motion. The difference between the games is so stark that people who played Melee over time realized that these two games are completely different from each other. And I mean literally, they added tripping in Brawl, which is probably one of the worst mechanics ever added to a fighting game. And don't get me started with Meta Knight. It was clear that Sakurai made this game clearly to split anyone who likes the fast-paced gameplay in Melee, but of course making a casual Smash game on Wii's fanbase of old boomers was the chosen course. This created a stark contrast between two communities. People who liked playing Melee just continued playing Melee, and the people who wanted to play Brawl and give it a chance tried to force a competitive mindset in the game and just have fun playing what they could. So where does Smash 4 relate to all this? Well, Smash 4 is basically a continuation of Brawl's DNA. Now yes, plenty of things have changed, the game is definitely not the same, and ironically, Smash 4 would have its own problems outside of Brawl's main issues. Once Smash 4 released, the Melee people still kept playing Melee as usual, and the people who played Brawl finally had a new shiny play toy to play with, and people who had played Project M Smash 4's gameplay is very similar to Brawl's in a way, as you still feel like you're in spacesuits the entire time, but now this time you can actually do ladder combos. And also certain moves kill for absolutely no reason this time around at absurdly low percents. Thank God for patches, I guess. Also, why did Sakurai decide to make counters so powerful? Like, the stages of Smash 4 can be dwindled down to three main eras: the Diddy Kong Era, the Sheik Era, and the Bayonetta Era. The Diddy Kong Era was the first main era in Smash 4's life cycle. At first, everyone thought Little Mac was a great character at launch and was broken. Obviously, they were clearly wrong, because look at him. He was pretty much the party trick of all the characters in the cast, but over time, top-level players later realized that Diddy Kong had some pretty amazing kill confirms, mainly being down throw up air, or thanks to Hungrybox being more commonly called the hoo-ha.
Priority on pound is so good. And there it is.
That's the hoo-ha!
For those who don't know the story behind this, Hungrybox was playing Puff in Smash 4, and this character is really, really bad, even to this day. And while Hungrybox was playing against a Diddy Kong player, someone in the crowd was yelling hoo-ha off the top of their lungs for everyone to hear. Every time Diddy Kong would land a down throw up air, this would cause Hungrybox mid-set to get really annoyed and to pause the game and forfeit mid-match, and call this guy in the crowd out for yelling hoo-ha during his set. This basically set the tone for the name of Diddy Kong's down throw up air, the hoo-ha. and my god, this kill confirm was super broken. First of all, Diddy Kong's combo is very strong because of how much knockback it has for no reason, and his up air just kills extremely early because of this. So many Diddy Kong players at the time were using this kill confirm that over time people started picking up the character just to do this kill confirm. Even the best player at the time used Diddy Kong, showing how strong of a character he really was at the time, and he was really dominant. After many patches in Smash 4, Diddy Kong was eventually nerfed and basically became a shell of what he previously was. He had received many nerfs to the character to the point where people stopped playing him and simply dropped him completely. Over time, the hoo-ha basically didn't nearly become as effective as it used to be, and for some reason the development team decided to give other characters in the cast a very similar kill confirm, like for example Donkey Kong and Bowser getting an up throw up air kill confirm. So for some reason Diddy Kong lost it, but other characters got it in the process. Diddy Kong was very dominant in early Smash 4 competitive play, winning several tournaments very early on. Even players who really didn't even play Smash 4 competitively were able to see that Diddy Kong was the best character in the game. Whether if it was his powerful aerials, his hoo-ha, or his banana shenanigans. But after time went on, they changed things like the shield mechanics when holding items to sort of nerf Diddy Kong as well in a secondary effect, and they eventually nerfed a lot of the damage and KO power on his moves. This would lead to a lot of people having to pick up different characters, especially if they played Diddy Kong previously. And this would lead into the next era, being the Sheik Era. Now, Sheik is an amazing character in Smash 4. The main thing they gave Sheik is she literally is now her own character now, and she is separated from Zelda, which frees up another slot in her special moves, which she previously didn't have before. Sheik had her own era, mainly because, well, technically she was one of the best characters in the game, and having some of the best frame data at the time as well, out of the entire cast of characters. She was given a side B because her old side B, I mean, look at this. Now it actually has some niche usage and decent KO power to the move, but the special move that is clearly the best in her moveset is her bouncing fish. Her brand new down B, no longer transforming into Zelda, but doing this crazy move instead. Bouncing fish is a really strong kill move. Not only that, but this move can also benefit her recovery, even her general combo game at lower percents. It is clearly one of her strongest moves in her kit, mainly because of how versatile the move is. And this is the peak of this move in general, where pretty much any move in her kit, like for example her tilts or her aerials, all of these pretty much lead into bouncing fish. And this is really the best version of Sheik in general in a Smash Bros. Game, as now all of her special moves are not horrible, which they previously were. But now the character is pretty much good in every area, which caused many top players who previously played Diddy Kong to move and play Sheik instead. It really shows because the amount of Sheik mains and pocket Sheiks in this era really speak for themselves. I mean, what was Sakurai thinking? There's very little downsides at all to Sheik as a character, and this would really start the revolution of Sheiks during this era. Even her needles had great knockback and actually hit really far. She was a very graceful character and had some very swift movement. But similar to Diddy Kong, she was eventually nerfed almost just as hard as Diddy Kong was. They nerfed a majority of her kill confirms, and they nerfed the distance and power of her needles. Not only that, but worsening her fair, her up air, her bouncing fish, lowering her weight, and in later updates they would nerf her throw capabilities by increasing their knockback scaling and angle alterations, and basically destroy her, and semi-guarantee KO setups that she previously had now are no longer reliable, which in turn would ruin her buttery smooth combo capabilities. A lot of Sheik mains began to drop the character completely soon after these nerfs. She didn't fall off the meta completely, but certainly a shell of her former self, showing that the development team was willing to nerf a very dominant character at the time. Moving on to the Bayonetta era. Where do we begin? I'm sure most of you already know, my rant about how this character is really broken is going to be different from anyone else's. This character basically killed the goodwill of Smash 4's competitive culture. Bayonetta was actually put in the game because she won the Smash 4 popularity poll. Then eventually everyone was pretty much begging for balance patches for this demon of a character. She had kill combos at pretty much any percent from the top and sides of the stage, and her punish game was pretty much godlike. Witch Time was really good, and probably one of the best counters in the game because if you got hit by it, it was pretty much a 100% chance of death. You couldn't SDI her combos, her smash attacks were stronger, a lot of her moves, her heel slide for example, witch twist, they had a lot less lag back in the day. She wasn't a brawl Meta Knight, but she clearly was a character that was pretty much sucked at all the fun out of the game. Many top players hated fighting against her, and pretty much if you got hit by any of her moves, it could lead to a touch of death situation. Especially her counter. Which, oh my god, why is there so many broken counters in Smash 4? But for some reason, they thought it was a good idea to design Bayonetta to the point where she would pretty much have no weaknesses whatsoever. Great recovery, great combo game, great everything. Pretty much any video you see on YouTube of the death of Smash 4 will talk about Bayonetta. Even in an ESPN interview with key figures during this era, they would state the following. People were very defensive around Bayonetta because her abilities and power. But maybe it was because players were forced to respect her talents more than any other character in the roster, which caused a divide. Bayonetta does not have tools that make her especially difficult to deal with, but she is able to freeze an opponent with Witch Time, land a combo with a low percentage, and push an opponent off to the blast zone. Yeah, they literally made an ESPN article about a character from Smash Bros. Not only that, but the grand finals of EVO 2018, Smash 4's swan song at EVO, was played by two kids who just suddenly got really good at the character and were pretty much just trolling on stage.
Dude, we ain't done yet, baby. Hold that, get, and get to the click clack. Let's do it.
Bro, what is going on? What is this?
I don't know. I was stalling for time.
All right, man. Well, now I really understand why this is the last Evo. Last Evo was Smash 4. I mean, now you really get it. Hey, but I'm hoping you guys are enjoying the commentary.
Oh, yeah,
I'm having some fun out here,
baby. That's all it's about for us. I don't know what's going on.
This is not what I was expecting at all. It's not what I was expecting at all. However, they are testing
Can we go up
my
there?
commentary resilience, and that's okay. Because, hey. Oh, dang. Yo, Bear came up there with the rules.
Wow,
Yo,
that's
look,
OD.
in the rules it says you are not allowed to stall the match. Let's go, Bear. Bear MVP of EVO right now.
Bear is saving everything right now, okay? They were just going to be like, deal with it, live with it, okay? We live forever because we ain't going to attack each other right now.
Oh my
they was
God.
taking the Gandhi route to things. I respect that, man, but get your Genghis Khan on, man, and start slaying some people.
And they decided mid-match just to camp with their characters, almost getting themselves DQ'd in the process. But if this doesn't just describe the state of Smash 4 at the time, being this simple stalemate, then I really don't know what does. This would really be the beginning of the end of the game. Not only that, but people who were lower on the Smash 4 totem pole started picking up the character and just upsetting a bunch of top players. It was very common for many top players to lose to random Bayo players left and right. And it was honestly pretty fun to watch people rage at this character, especially on Twitter. But to be honest, it must have been really annoying to lose to a random DLC character. Oh wait, you thought that was it? You thought there was no other random DLC characters that were winning out of nowhere? Let's talk about Cloud. So this character came out the same DLC pass as Bayonetta. Yes, these two menaces existed at the same time. I have no idea why. Cloud ended up being so broken that he had to be banned in doubles due to just how crazy the shenanigans and camping the character really could do in doubles. First, look at his up air, and here it is in action. Cloud is a semi-heavyweight sword fighter that for some reason actually has an amazing mobility and combo game, especially compared to the rest of the cast. And for some reason, he has a super move that boosts all of his stats in his moveset. Like Lamol, what was Sakurai thinking putting this character in the game? His best move in his moveset is pretty much every single aerial that he has. And also, you can't really talk about Cloud's aerials without talking about his infamous up air, which became a meme for how much it's used on Cloud. The hitbox on up air is really massive for no reason, and this means it's great for juggling and getting out of combos and pretty much anything. This is the best move in Cloud's moveset. You'll see him do this every time he gets the chance to. Not even that, but it's incredibly good at just doing anything. You could really spam this move and it's fine. There are very little downsides to Cloud in Smash 4, and in Smash Ultimate they realized their mistakes and made him more of a glass cannon character with a lot worse of a recovery. But in this game, Cloud is most certainly busted.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Also, extra bonus round Electric Boogaloo. Why did they make Corrin's counter do this at any stage of development? Like, why does this kill at 0%? As time went on, people would come and go from Smash 4's competitive scene, as it was basically going to die eventually. And this would be because there is rumors of a new Smash Bros. Game being on the horizon on Nintendo's new console, the Nintendo Switch. People speculated at the time that it would be simply a port of the Wii U version with all the DLC characters and stages, but everyone would be surprised that it was actually a brand new game in the franchise, being Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. People at the time would say Smash 4 was fine and they could coexist together, but really the truth was the contrary. People were tired of Bayonetta and Cloud. Many people were begging for balance patches, and really that balance patch wouldn't come until Smash Ultimate's release, where they would finally nerf Cloud and Bayonetta. And this would be the death of Smash 4, because realistically Smash 4's gameplay doesn't have the same level of depth of the community outcry as the Melee community, so it wasn't surprising when Ultimate came out and Smash 4 would soon whimper out of the existence of the competitive sphere. Sakurai stated in interviews that some of his early days of playing competitive fighting games was some of the most fun memories playing games, where he would go to the arcade and play Streets of Rage and not even know who you're facing against. It showed the importance of competition and a competitive atmosphere. And I'm not saying Smash 4 lacks a competitive atmosphere, but a lackluster online system and purposely removing any advanced tech in the game because you're a little afraid of little Jimmy getting destroyed by someone who knows how to Dacus is a little disheartening. Super Smash Bros. Melee was able to be a party game and one of the biggest competitive fighting games in the world, constantly earning the main stage at many big tournaments like EVO. This type of hype around a game would cause companies to literally sell millions of dollars just to get that type of clout for their game, especially in the rising landscape of esports and esports sponsorships. Nintendo has shown that they not only hate the competitive play for their games, but they don't want to do something if they aren't in control of it. And this is shown by their cash payouts for people who pour thousands of dollars and hours into their games, and they're simply rewarded with a $25 Pro controller for winning their tournaments. Wow, thanks Nintendo. And as the years went by, the relationship between the Smash fanbase and Nintendo would sour over the years, as even the Melee fanbase would rather mod in their own online themselves than have to pray that Nintendo will do it for them and give them a half-assed service that they'd probably charge them money for. I'm not saying to try to take a massive dump on Nintendo, but even as a fan of their games, it's very apparent that they're literally sitting on a gold mine, and they'd much rather light the gold mine on fire because they know they don't have 100% control over it. And no, this has nothing to do with the cancel culture stuff that happened in 2020. This type of vibe has been ever present even in the Brawl days. How this relates to Smash 4 is this type of philosophy is in the code of Smash 4 in general. People modded 3DSs to try to be capable of using GameCube controllers, and they quickly found out that the advanced tech Dacus made a return in Smash 4, which involved canceling a dash attack into an up smash that allows characters to be able to up smash and move across the stage very quickly. This technique was really popular in Brawl, but once they found out it was in the game, they quickly scrubbed it out in the following patch. Sakurai realized after Brawl's release that even casual players hated tripping. I don't know why he even added this in the first place, but he eventually removed it. Either way, they made sure removing tripping in Smash 4 would make the game a multitude better and fix a lot of character balance issues that plagued the game. However, character balance has always been an issue in Smash. In Melee, it was always an issue considering half the cast is almost useless competitively, but Melee never had the problem of adding in DLC characters that would completely break the game. That's why I always say that Smash 4 was the perfect example of 1 step forward and 2 steps back. Every good thing they added to the game was added with an extra layer of annoyance or over-pandering to the casual audience that would eventually kill the game for even me personally. It was clear that Smash 4 wasn't designed to be the most competitive Smash Bros. Game, and it definitely wasn't designed to be living after its lifespan. A better game than Brawl for sure, but like I said earlier, 1 step forward and 2 steps back. Some of you might be thinking I'm purposely taking a dump on Smash 4 because I have a bias towards other Smash games. Well, kinda, but I never stated in the video that actually Smash 4 was the most hyped I ever was for a video game at that time period. And you might be thinking I'm just saying that, but hear me out. I bought Smash Wii U literally the hour it came out, waiting in line for Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and Super Smash Bros. On the Nintendo Wii U, spending over $100 in one night, and that was a lot of money for a high schooler at the time, but I was a big Smash Bros. Nerd at the time. I went home at 1 in the morning on a school night to later boot up Smash Wii U and to begin playing when I realized a huge nitpick that Sakurai has never fixed to this day. Why can't you customize the Z button in the air? Like, can I do aerials instead of doing air dodges every time I press Z in the air? Why am I the only one that cares about this? After Smash 4 was announced, I would refresh the news pages constantly to get new information on the game. I would refresh Smash boards and NeoGAF, LOL, every day to try to keep in track with the leaks that were around at the time. I kept tabs on the Gamatsu leak, which I guarantee you no one even knows what that is anymore. But TLDR, the Gamatsu leak, guessed almost every character correctly that was going to end up being in Smash Wii U, including the Wii Fit Trainer, Pac-Man, Villager, and Mega Man. People at the time shat on this guy and denounced him as a lucky troll, unironically because he got Robin and Lucina incorrect, 2 characters that actually appeared much later in development. But it wasn't until Sakurai said in an interview that many characters like Chrom were actually supposed to be in Smash 4, and Robin ended up replacing him, and that the clone characters were included much later in development. Also, the Chorus Kids, which were on the Gamatsu League as well, there was more credence added to the Rhythm Heaven characters being in the game, because actually an icon for the Rhythm Heaven series being in Smash 4's data, supporting the theory that they might have been originally planned at one point early in development. So everyone who said the Gamatsu leak was a troll, I have the general idea that simply the information that he had of Smash 4's roster was very early in development until Sakurai made changes much later, meaning some of the characters he might have gotten wrong. Did y'all remember that the Smash 4 leaks back in the day, how everyone thought they were fake, by the way? When the 3DS roster was revealed back in the day and everyone thought Shulk was photoshopped Little Mac? Those were the days. Now, why did I include all that stuff? I don't know, to be honest, but this is literally how ingrained I was in Smash hype culture at the time. People, including myself, would make fan rosters of characters they would expect in Smash Brothers because we believed in characters having a balance to them. Reps being a very common term to try to dictate how many characters should be in each series in Smash Brothers. And that didn't really make any sense by the time we got to Smash Ultimate, where literally there is so many goddamn third parties. But for me, personally, Smash 4 never lived up to the hype. I played it probably up until the first DLC launch, and then I really didn't play it again after that. I went back to the game just to try things out every now and then, but simply I was just mad that I couldn't really customize everything that I wanted to, and I couldn't customize my ability to do an air dodge or an aerial in the air. To this day, it boggles my mind why that simple customization doesn't exist when I can literally customize how I want to do smash attacks. Small things like that and more tailored, casual, floaty approach to the game pretty much killed my vibe towards Smash 4. In conclusion, this game was never going to live as long as Melee. This game was pretty much doomed to have died the minute the next Smash Bros. Game came out, and Bayonetta was simply the nail in the coffin for this game. The DNA of Smash 4 pretty much existed in Brawl, but to a much lesser extent. And I'm not saying the game needs to be like Melee in order to be good, but when a game is successful enough to be literally alive for 2 decades past its launch, why not at least take notes from that game instead of completely, well, taking a crap on it? And you know, I don't really even play Melee. I'm not really a Melee fanboy, but I don't know, I just like the game much better because it has a lot more depth. And you might be saying it's a game full of glitches. Well, checkmate bitch, I play Project M. And I know what some of you are going to be thinking. That's why Smash Ultimate is the perfect game, because they added dash dancing and wave dashing. They're back, and now the game is way better than ever. Well, hold your horses, Junior. Smash Ultimate is good, but it's definitely not perfect. And if I see one more person calling this dash dancing or calling this laggy thing wave dashing, then honestly I'm gonna throw a brick through my window. I'm gonna prank call you and say your refrigerator is running. And many fans of the franchise wonder to this day why Sakurai makes Smash Bros. Basically neglecting competitive play almost on purpose. Sure, adding pseudo melee air dodge to Smash Ultimate seems like a step forward until you actually attempt a wave dash. They purposely added a ton of lag even if you attempt a wave dash, meaning this technique is barely even a wave dash at all. But that's pretty much closing things off here. Smash 4 was simply going to die mainly because it didn't have the competitive community simply wailing to die for it as other Smash games in the franchise. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys take care. I definitely really enjoyed making this video, and I'm really happy how this one's turning out. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I have a Patreon in the description if you want, but if you don't want to be into the Patreon stuff, I totally get it. You can always like and subscribe the video as well. That really helps me. So, thank you for watching, and I appreciate you guys. Take care. Peace.